Hey everyone, I'm going to do a quick energy check-in today, and all I've done today is just ask, what does the collective most need to hear today? Okay? What does the collective need to hear today? So this can be about anything. For some of you, this may resonate with a romantic connection. For some of you, it may resonate with a family member or something that's going on at your work. It's going to be different for everyone. If it doesn't resonate with you, if it doesn't sound like I'm talking to you, then it's probably not your reading today. Okay? So tune in another day. I do offer personal readings. So if you are going through it with something and you would like some guidance or some help, shoot me a DM. I would love to work with you, okay? So I have offered this before as a special, and I think I'm going to do it again. It's a 10-minute pre-recorded video reading where I just leave everything completely up to the divine and just say, what does blank need to hear right now, okay? I have had amazing success with it because sometimes when we get out of our own way and when we don't try to guide the reading and ask specific questions, we open things up for the divine to tell us something that we may need to hear more than what it is we're asking about, okay? So if you are interested in this, I don't have it in my services menu, but it's a 10-minute pre-recorded video reading, and I'm only charging $20 for it, so it's a very, very good deal, okay? If you're interested in that, DM me, okay? So I started out with the Angel Wisdom Tarot, and the card that came out today is the Five of Earth in this deck, Five of Pentacles in traditional tarot. So this is not a good energy, guys, okay? So whatever's going on is you are feeling possibly abandoned, left out in the cold, lonely. Something has happened, okay? And I think because what the top of the deck card is, I took one card, I pulled one card and then took the top and the bottom of the deck. I tend to feel like this may be conflict. There's some sort of conflict going on wherein you may have had a fight with someone else or someone is excluding you, but there is a feeling of loss and abandonment. If we just look at the picture, we've got this woman sitting here and she's really upset, okay? The card itself says negative thoughts manifesting into real challenges, fears surrounding money, reach out to others for assistance, poor timing for becoming self-employed, okay? So because it is pentacles are coins, there could be something around money. You could have had a loss of, maybe some sort of what is the word I'm looking for? It's like on the tip of my tongue and I can't say it. Something at work maybe had fallen through. I mean, maybe someone has actually lost their job. Not feeling that as much as, maybe some sort of a project or something that you were hoping for maybe went to someone else, okay? Whatever it is, you definitely want to change this woe is me, this is so unfair, I can't believe this is happening to me energy, because the more you focus on the negative here, even if it's totally justified, the more you focus on the negative, the more the universe is going to be like, oh, hey, look, this person is focused on the negative, so I'm going to give them more negative experiences. We need to be careful because the more you go down these, I call them rabbit trails, and find other negative things and focus on more negative things. Number one, when you look for the negative, you're going to see the negative. Number two, you're actually going to be able to manifest that in, so be careful. There's definitely conflict. This is the top of the deck. This is the Five of Fire in this deck, Five of Wands in traditional tarot. So there's some sort of a conflict, a fight. For some of you, this could be something within yourself, but for the majority of you, this is conflict with another person or a group of people, okay? So whether this is family, career, romantic partner, friend, really doesn't matter, but this talks about conflict with others caused by opposing opinions. Walk away from drama unless the situation is really worth your time. Here's the thing. Sometimes we have to have the last word. Sometimes we get so focused, our ego takes over. It's like, no. I have to make this person understand how I'm feeling and why this happened and how they're wrong and how I'm right. The divine is telling you don't need to do that right now. If this isn't going to change the outcome, I'm hearing you can't argue with crazy, you can't argue with angry, you can't, this person or group of people, if it's really going to change their opinion, then do it. But at this point, I mean, I think of like American politics, for example. I am an American, but I live in Mexico. I have friends that we believe two very different things politically. And I'm not going to change their minds, and they're not going to change mine, especially now. People are so ingrained in what they believe. So this card is saying, like, stop, unless it's really, really worth your time and it's really, really important, check with yourself and see if it may be ego, okay? Do stand up for yourself if you need to. This is not saying be a doormat, okay? A very ambitious people is making me think of someone at work who may have stolen your idea or your promotion or something, okay? And you're feeling very down about it. I'm definitely picking up on that as well, okay? Bottom of the deck, we've got renewal. So this is the Judgment card in traditional tarot. This is a major arcana, and I feel like this is your guidance for what you need to be doing. Reviewing the past with compassion and forgiveness, time to head in a new direction, clarity on your life purpose in your heart, you know what to do, okay? And if you don't know, meditation brings answers is what I'm hearing. So it's like you're here and you want to be here. This is a time for pause and trying to figure out, how do I get from point A to point B? Okay? Forgiving the people that have wronged you, letting it go, because you're not going to get over here to point B if in point A you're focused on everything that went wrong. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, so that's what came out in the tarot. Let's see what the wisdom of the oracle says. So first card out is soulmate in the reverse. Okay, so I know when we think of soulmates, we think of romantic partners, but there's a lot of, this is talking about a soul connection today. So there's a lot of people here that we have karmic and soul connections with. Whatever's going on is someone has really hurt you. Okay, someone has done you dirty, someone has done you wrong. Okay, and instead of focusing on what they did and how unfair it is and how wrong they are and how hurt you are, the divine is asking you to look at this pain and what this person has done in a different light. This person was called to do this to help you learn, even if it's, hurtful, uncomfortable, inconceivable. And the question by you should not be, why did he or she do this to me? Or them, if it's a group. But what is the gift in this? What is the lesson here? That's what you're being guided to look at, okay? Co-create in the reverse is very clear. It's saying you're trying to get from point A to point B all on your own without spirit, without God, without source, without the divine, okay? Why do you think it all has to come down to you? Ask spirit for inspiration. You guys, you have an army of angels on your side willing to help you. They want to help you. They want to guide you. They want to give you answers. But you're so stuck in the woe is me and this is so unfair and I can't believe this. Now, for some of you, I get it. Listen, guys, I get it. My husband of 20 years, and I'm pushing 50, and he's over 50, he ran away with a 26-year-old. I get it. But you know what? I cried for a couple of days because it was upsetting and it was scary. But then I put on my big girl panties and moved on, and now I'm with the love of my life, okay? So, and I was able to do that because I knew I couldn't do it alone, okay? I turned to the divine, and the divine brought me exactly what I wanted, and now I see it as this incredible gift. Round and round in the reverse is saying, this talks about that you've been here before. Now, maybe you haven't been here before with the same person, but possibly when people do you dirty, you just really go down into this dark, dark place. It doesn't have to be the same situation, but the point is, you are refusing to see your own personal responsibility for repeating lessons you don't need to relearn. And I think the majority of this lesson is that when something bad happens, you go, and go into victim mode, okay? You need to make a decision. With this fork in the road, it's like you go left or you go right. What are you going to do? It's time to make a decision. Are you going to stay in victim mode and stay paralyzed and stay focused on how unfair this is? And please, please, please understand that I'm saying almost every single one of you, whatever's happened here has been very unfair. People are doing you dirty. So you're justified in that. But then again, the divine is telling you, if you keep staying in this place where it's victim mentality and it's not fair, you're not going to move forward. Okay? Bottom of the deck. So it's time to make a decision. Are you going to stay in victim mode and stay stuck and focus on the negative? Or are you going to, take the other route and move forward positively? Okay? The fates in upright here, this is about the guidance in the serenity prayer. And the serenity prayer is this: God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So, we've got conflict with another person or a group of people or possibly a job or a corporation. Doesn't really matter what it is, but we've got conflict. And the thing that you can change is you, your attitude. The thing that you can't change is them. You can't control them. And I do feel like if you continue to try to reason with this person or this group, you're just going to stay stuck longer, okay? So now I'm going to pull some cards from the Divine Abundance Oracle deck by Tasha Silver. Everybody loves this deck, and I'm so sorry. I always forget what it's called. If you are one of those people who always wants to know what the deck is, in mine, I mean, unless I make a mistake, which I definitely do sometimes, most of my decks, I try really hard to hashtag all of my decks and their authors, okay? So please look there before you ask me, because I miss them and I'm not always with my decks. Okay, reaffirm. This is happening for me, not to me. Again, this is like that one card that we just saw in the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. This one card where it said, you need to be asking, what is the lesson here? What am I supposed to be learning here? Not, why did this happen to me? Okay, see the difference there? Surrender. Okay, sometimes learning to surrender can feel as if you're dying. The ego learns what's hardest, to stop trying to control the whole universe. And remember, you can't control this person. Energetic clearing. During crises, the Holy One herself may be emptying you of fear and attachments, preparing you to receive her luminous plan. So maybe these people are supposed to fall through. Maybe they're supposed to kind of slough off of your life because they were just holding you back. But see, you don't see that because you're so focused on the hurt and the loss. And so we've got a card about loss. I love how these readings kind of just come together. All of these completely different decks are still weaving the same story, right? Sometimes you learn true offering through loss. You make a passionate invitation for love to take over and bring her own plan instead of the ego's. See, the ego is what is keeping you in this, poor me, this is so unfair, I can't believe this person did that to me, can you believe that? That's your ego. You want to get out of your ego, okay? Outrageous openness. Dear love, open me to your will. Release me from my attachments. Surprise and delight me with your plan. You know what's needed, and I'm open to receive. Okay. So then I pulled a card from Kyle Gray's Angel Prayers Oracle deck, and we got meditate. Don't hate, meditate. Thank you, angels, for guiding me to love through meditation. Anytime you're feeling overwhelmed by anger or frustration, close your eyes and connect with the angels around you. All you have to do, guys, when you meditate, you don't have to be sitting in a certain position. You don't have to do anything super, super difficult. You just close your eyes and focus on your breathing, okay? That's one of the best ways, especially if you're not big into meditation, where your mind is clear. You'd be amazed at how much you can't focus on rumination and obsession and what's bothering you because you're counting your breath. Okay, so take some deep breaths in, count to 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever, is good for you. A deep breath, hold it for 3, and then breathe out for 3, okay? Finishing up, my ability to receive is measured by how much I practice good feeling thoughts. Again, we started the very beginning by talking about if you focus on good feeling thoughts and positivity, you're going to see more positivity. If you focus on the negativity and the thorns in life, you're going to see more negativity, okay? I'm actually going to take a picture of this. These are mindful cards, and I haven't used these for so long, but people really like them lately. Okay, so I'm going to take a screenshot and post this in my stories today, okay? I think this will also help. It was a mindful card for today. Bye.